going on, guys? Welcome back. Hopefully you're all doing well. UFC 261 this weekend. Jorge Masvidal taking Kamaru Usman in the main event for the welterweight title. Number one thing, fans are back and I can't wait. It's been a while since fans have been in the arena and it's full capacity. No social distancing the same way it was in the Conor Poirier fight. Fans in full attendance, sold out, no masks. To hell with what's going on in the world at the moment. I don't know what the UFC's got in place. I don't know if people have to show up with a negative result. Temperature checks obviously are going to be taken on entry and stuff like that. Sanitize your hands. But you ain't got to wear a mask. It's going to be interesting to see. But I'm delighted to have fans back. I wish I was there, man. Because in the UK, obviously, things are moving a bit slower. Over there, people seem not to care. Fans are back in full attendance. Before I begin, please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what videos you guys would like me to do as well. And let's get into it. I'm going to be previewing the top 3 fights on the card. Let's not forget Zhang Weili versus Namajunas. There's some fire being lit under that one, especially with some of Rose's comments. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. Andrade looking to become flyweight champion. Jessica Andrade looking to stop her. But there's no better place to begin than the main event, Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman. For Jorge Masvidal, it's a rematch. It's another opportunity to grab the belt after coming in on 6 days' notice. Coming up short, obviously, he didn't get finished, but it was a 50-45 decision to Kamaru Usman. Obviously, Jorge feels like if he had a full camp, obviously, we saw Jorge training with Poirier. Doesn't mean he was in full camp. Kamaru said he was training the whole time. A lot of people said he was training the whole time, but just couldn't get it done. But, you know, when you ain't signed on the dotted line, I think it's just a bit different. It's just different. When you don't have that contract and you don't know that money's coming in, you're not training 100% expecting to show up, because Gilbert Burns was the one that was meant to be there, but I believe he got COVID or something, so he couldn't make it. Then Jorge stepped up. Yes, he lost, but now he's got his rematch and he's got his opportunity to reclaim the belt. And what a fairy tale way to capture the belt for Jorge Masvidal in Florida, in his home state. A rematch, you know, years in the making. The amount of places he's been from, fighting in backyards to Bellator, to the UFC, fighting for the BMF belt, and now a rematch for the welterweight title in his home state. There's going to be so many Latin fans in that crowd, yeah. Those South American fans, the Cubans as well, supporting him. Yeah, Kamaru Usman's going to feel like he's in enemy territory. I don't see any way that the fans in that arena, barring a small, maybe 5-10%, cheer for Kamaru Usman. No way. The whole event is almost geared to Jorge Masvidal, especially in terms of the location and the demographic of fans that are going to be in the arena. Obviously, we can't tell, but judging by the area, you know, the South American community there is huge. I'm not one for geography or anything, but everybody knows when you hear Miami, when you hear Florida, enough people say you go there, half of the people don't speak English, speak Spanish, you feel like you're in South America. So it's going to be geared to Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal, you know, he said, you know what, he told Dana, we saw the little clip that was released recently after the fight, give me 6 weeks, give me a full training camp, and I can beat Kamaru Usman. And in my opinion, yes, he can. Am I picking him to win? No. Personally, everybody knows by now, you should know, I am biased to Kamaru Usman simply because of the African connection. I want 3 African champs. I did say with Izzy losing, regardless if he lost the 205 belt, he still hold on to 185 belt. And that's it. We still Francis Ngannou got the job done. My guy. So Kamaru Usman, I'm going to be biased. Obviously, I'm leaning towards Kamaru Usman. I want him to win. I don't know whether he will win or not. Is a completely different thing. I want him to win, and it's nothing against Jorge Masvidal. Jorge is one of these guys. You know, if you've been watching fighting for a very long time, I've been watching fighting for like nearly 10 years plus now. Yeah, just over 10 years. Jorge is one of the guys that if you got into fighting, you would have known about from day dot. You just might not have appreciated him or given him the credit that he deserves. And that's the case for a lot of people. Until he knocked out Darren Till, he was not getting the credit that he deserved. He was not getting the recognition that he deserved. After that, he's just skyrocketed. He might have flatlined the touch with the whole political stuff with Donald Trump and stuff. And that's understandable, because I see a lot of Twitter like over the months, people like, Jorge sold out, he's talking all this, why? But you got people talking politics all over the place. You got, you know, people being endorsed by Trump. You got people like Namajunas, which I'll come on to, talking about communism and Zhang Weili's beliefs and what she follows, if she's being silenced, being told what to say, stuff like that. And you can't say he's got no place in the sport. Jorge knew what he was doing. Some people might have thought he was getting a bit corny. He should have stuck to being real. But Jorge is as real as they come. There's no question about it. And in terms of the fight, I think it's a bit obvious for Jorge. Keep it standing. He's got good jiu-jitsu, he's got good grappling, he's got good takedown defense, he's got superb striking. But bottom line, keep the fight standing. Do not get taken down by Kamaru Usman. Yes, Kamaru showed good striking against Gilbert Burns, but he got tagged a few times in that fight. I won't say he almost got finished, but he got rocked. There was a few points in that fight where he got hit. And you know what? If Gilbert went for the kill, or it was a more elite striker than Gilbert, he could have put Kamaru away. But Kamaru's got a chin. Jorge Masvidal's got power in his hands, and he can sleep Kamaru at any time. So for Jorge, stay off the fence. Avoid the mistakes you made in the first fight. Obviously, his cardio is going to be there now with a 6-week training camp. Keep the fight standing and look to knock Kamaru out. And obviously for Kamaru, it's the same game plan. Do what he always does. Yes, improve striking, Trevor Whitman, whatnot. I don't think he's going to stand the same way he did against Gilbert Burns with Jorge Masvidal. No way, that's not possible. It's going to be a matter of pushing Jorge to the fence, taking him down and smashing him from there. Landing his punches, landing his elbows, the foot stomps, little short shots to the body, takedowns up against the cage, make Jorge carry his weight. It's simple as that. Personally, I'd say it's a 70-30 fight leaning towards Kamaru Usman if we're looking at it stylistically, simply because of the wrestling. We know how good Jorge's wrestling defense is. If Jorge keeps the fight standing, his chances of winning that fight go up significantly. But if he gets taken down, we know Jorge does have good jiu-jitsu, but his offensive jiu-jitsu off his back isn't what you maybe like what a Damian Maia or a Gilbert Burns is. It's not one of them guys who you fear, like really fear going to the ground with. So that's no disrespect to Jorge, but I want Kamaru Usman to win. I think everybody knows this by now. I am biased. 3 African champions, and I think Kamaru remains champion. Moving on to the co-main event, Rose Namajunas versus Weili Zhang. And if there was a 50-50 fight on this card, like in terms of the top 3 in terms of the 3 title fights, this is the one. And if I've seen a lot of people asking the question of who do you think is most likely to lose their title if one of them were to lose their title this weekend, and I'd say it's Weili Zhang, because Rose Namajunas is very, very good, ridiculously good. You know, her striking's on point, her grappling's on point. I won't say so much her offensive wrestling, but she's got everything down to a T. She's with Trevor Whitman as well. Her distance management is good. She fights long. She knows how to keep the fight at a distance that suits her. Apart from, obviously, Jessica Andrade got in and proper slammed her on her head. See her knocking out Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who's one of the best strikers in the division. Winning the rematch as well. The decision on that as well. So, for Rose, I think she's definitely looking at this like it's a very winnable fight, and for me, Weili Zhang could definitely lose her title. Out of the 3 title fights, Weili Zhang, in my opinion, is in the one most at risk of losing her title. As for Weili Zhang, we've seen what she's good at. She can go to war. She's got heart, grit, chin. You know, she can take damage. She can give damage. Obviously, from the Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight, she won the title by finishing Jessica Andrade. She's very, very strong. You see her Instagram, oh my god, this girl trains like mad. You know, obviously not everyone shows what they're doing in the gym, but what she shows that she's doing in the gym on her Instagram, she's training like a crazy person. Like, her training regimen is ridiculous. Some of the exercise she's doing, some of the power she's showing, it's going to be an amazing fight. Personally, I don't know who to pick on this one. I'm not gonna lie, it's very 50-50. If Weili Zhang decides to grapple with Rose and Rose can't take her down, can't keep Zhang Weili from taking her down, then it might get a bit sticky. If it's on the feet, I do give the edge to Rose Namajunas. I think she can manage distance, pick off Weili. Weili though does move forward. She does get hit, but it remains to be seen. And obviously, one of the key points in this leading up to this fight was the comments made by Rose Namajunas in terms of communism, China. I ain't got much to say. You know what I mean? Everyone's entitled to their beliefs, but again, one of the things is Zhang Weili's never said anything political. And one thing about China is that you can't do them things, because trust me, next week you're dead or no one knows who you are again. You can't do those things with China. So yeah, in one hand, like Rose saying that we don't know what her beliefs are, but why do you care? She hasn't said nothing. She hasn't put anything out there. Leave her be. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I've never known Rose to be from a Lithuanian background up until then. Like, obviously, she doesn't carry the flag unless I'm stupid or I haven't seen it before. I've been blind to it, and it's just popped up recently. Her bringing up her Lithuanian heritage. I never knew she was Lithuanian. Like, I'll give you an example. Modestas Bukauskas, he carries that Lithuanian flag with pride. We know he fights out of the UK, but he carries the Lithuanian flag with pride. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a weird one. China, you can't say shit. You can't say shit. You say shit, you're done. I don't expect Weili to come out and say nothing. It reminds me a bit of the Mesut Ozil situation, whereby Mesut made the comments about China. Obviously, we know what's going on, yeah. But he was told, come over and see. Weili said the same thing, come over and see. These lot can't do nothing, innit? You can't really talk about China like that. And I can't do much. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not really one to get into politics and that. But yeah, it's a 50-50 fight. We'll see who wins. And yeah, the third fight, Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. I am not going to make this one long. Jessica Andrade, she's looked good since going down to strawweight, now back up to flyweight, with only losses to Weili Zhang and Rose Namajunas, I believe. She's got good victories over Rose Namajunas, Caitlin Chukagian, and Jessica Penne. She's beat good competition in the women's division, but someone asked who they think is going to. I thought was going to win this fight. I said clearly Valentina by assassination. Valentina by assassination. I think the blueprint, Joanna and Jacek, even Rose Namajunas, kind of it's there to beat Jessica Andrade. Don't let her get in. Avoid the power. Move. You don't get hit. Keep her at distance and pick her off from distance. Valentina Shevchenko is a master striker. I don't think she'd even mind going to the ground with Jessica Andrade as well. Valentina is one of them champions that's just good everywhere. The strength obviously is in the striking, but the grappling, she's fantastic. Look what she did to Caitlin Chukagian. Crucified the elbows, left, right, centre. Fight's done. She could do the exact same thing to Jessica Andrade. Will she? I doubt it. But if she wants to mix it up, fair play. I think he'll be on the feet, and I think she knocks her out. No disrespect to Jessica Andrade. I just think Valentina's way ahead of everyone in that division. And the victory here, she goes straight to fight Amanda Nunes at 135. Trilogy fight for them too, although she's lost both fights. That's the fight to make, because she would have pretty much cleared out her division. So we'll see what goes. Let me know who you guys think is going to win, who your picks are, what fights you think are sleeper fights on the card as well. Chris Weidman's fighting Uriah Hall. I'm not very excited about that fight, don't get me wrong. But there's some other very good fights on the card. Let me know who you guys think is going to win in the three title fights, who you think is most likely to lose their belt this weekend. And that's it really. I'll see you guys UFC 261 on Saturday, and we'll see who comes out on top.